Hello, hello. Okay, let me check if the live is going well. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Very good. I guess it's working well. Okay, and let me set up the live streaming in Instagram. Maybe I can just. It's too high, I think. Oh, yes. Oh, okie dokie. Maybe I should leave one more. Too high, I think. All right. Hello, this is Eddy from Google Hanguk. Hello. It's Thursday morning, January 27th in Korea, in South Korea. So 8 a.m. I did the live streaming about 2 or 3 weeks ago to kind of share with you guys, about some updates and also plan for 2022 to study Korean in Korea. So actually, this Thursday morning is my regular live streaming time. So, as I will do like a monthly basis live streaming Q&A and some updates from Korea every month. So here I am. So this is the January 27th, the regular Thursday live streaming 8 a.m. in Korea. Hello, nice to meet you. 안녕하세요. Uh, I'm live streaming as always, YouTube there and Instagram here. And once again, this is live streaming for Q&A. So if you have any questions about how to study and live in Korea in 2022, let me know. I will try to answer you guys as many as possible. Hi, hello. And then, this is also January 2022 update. So I have like a couple of things that I wrote down to kind of share the information with you guys. In the meantime, how is your January goals? I hope you guys have like a try to do your New Year resolution from this January, from the January. You know how things are going. I hope it's not too late for you, too early for you. Yes, I'm going to save always whenever I do the live streaming. I do save all the video, in our Instagram as well as, like I said, I'm doing the live streaming in YouTube here, so you will be able to see Instagram as well as YouTube. And also, actually, we do also have a TikTok account, and then I also do the live streaming at TikTok. Normally in the middle of the month, normally and every month. So, I do live streaming in TikTok account as well as, Instagram and YouTube channel at the end of pretty much at the last week of the each month. All right, so you will be able to watch it later. 11 p.m. here, not that bad. It's 8:06 in the morning in Korea. All right. Good, good. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for joining today as well. Very good. So this is Eddy from Google Hanguk. We have been helping people from all around the world to study Korean in Korea. And we have been working for since 2016. It has been over 6 years. We have helped like almost last year we helped like over 500 people to come to Korea. And let's see how things are going for 2022. It's a 3 a.m. Oh, that's too early or late. Midnight is not that bad. But I believe like at the 8 a.m., in Korean time, covers all pretty much all the countries kind of reasonable time. So I keep this time for the live streaming. Maybe later on, if it is too early, then I might be able to switch it. But so far, I believe this 8 a.m. is the best time to cover the world, I think. All right. So once again, this is live streaming and live Q&A. So if you have any questions about how to study Korean in Korea in 2022 or even later or now, give your questions. I will try to answer it right now. In the meantime, let me give you some updates for the January of 2022. So first thing, I prepared the three things. The first thing would be, the Korean course in Korea has like 4 terms. As I always said, like March term, June and September and December term. So we do currently accept the March and June applications. Of course, you can always ask the following September and December, but currently the schools are accepting the March and June term applications. So if you want to come to March, you need to be very fast to prepare all the documents. In the meantime, if you want to come, after March term, still you need to be, hurry up to prepare this and that, so that we can help you to come in time for your time being. So please let us know if you have any questions about March and June term to us. The second one would be, so we are accepting, the applications for March and June. And second thing would be COVID update. I'm afraid still there are quarantine rule for 10 days. It used to be 14 days, but it got reduced to 10 days. But still the quarantine for everyone, should be quarantined for 10 days. No changes yet. I believe in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, the government will announce the new rule about the COVID. So if there is any changes, as we always do, we are going to share the information as soon as possible using our social network. Okay, so please, keep updated. And third thing would be, next week is gonna be national holiday in Korea. So we normally respond to you guys within 3 business days. But from the 31st of January to 2nd of the February is gonna be like a national holiday. So there would be some gap that we cannot support you properly. So please keep in mind that don't be worried that we do not answer you. There would be national holiday in Korea, the Seollal holiday, which is the one of the biggest national holiday, including Seollal and Chuseok. There's two main like national holiday. We normally take 3 days off, national holiday days. So it's just keep that in mind. And actually, one more thing. This year, as always, this year the price for the tuition went up a little bit. Not every school, but some schools. So if you check our website, there would be some notice or the price of the school's tuition is went up. So every year or once in a 2 year, the Korean university normally make the price up. So just letting you know as well. Cool. So that's all for the update, and then I will try to answer some of your questions. And then once again, this is gonna be live streaming for normally 30 minutes or 1 hour. So if you have any question, like feel free to comment below, or even later, if I miss some of your questions, please let us know at info@gogohanguk.com. Or the best way to reach us is always like using our contact form, where is the contact form. Is like when you see our profile, there is like a bio link in bio. So when you click that, there are like a specific things like a long-term study, online course which we have also, and also study trip or online course in Italian version. So there are four normally. I remember four category, four like buttons. So based on what you want, you can just click it and reach us. Okay, good. I guess it's good. Okay, let's go back to the first question. If I miss, let me know. I will try to answer you guys as soon as possible, or try to answer all of the questions because there are some questions that I cannot answer, but I will do my best, which is fun thing to do. Oh, a lot of people. Okay, let's go back to the. Oh, let me hold it. And then, hello, hello. Nice to meet you. Oh, oh, hi. I wish you guys would add India to the list of your country. Yes. The reason that there are some countries that we cannot support. So that's why, when you try to send us the contact form, they are saying, your country is not on the list. That's the we are still like a very small company, so that's why we cannot cover all the countries. But we are going to do our best to cover all the countries. So sorry about it. But there are also like online course if you want to take. So for now, India is not one of them. And actually there are quite a lot of like countries we cannot support yet. But we are going to do our best to cover global countries in global. And the Ghana as well from the Julia on YouTube. Ghana is not the list yet, but once again, we cannot cover all the countries, but we are going to do our best to cover every countries. All right. I answered the question already. Far from the Korea, so not good. Sorry about it. My finger is not working properly today. Another question from the Jelly Bean Run. Are you partnered with the schools in different town and cities like Gogonion? Yes, yes. Well said. We do have schools partnered, and we the city in terms of city we have like three big cities like Seoul, the main capital city, and Busan, and also Daegu. Both three of them are also three cities are also big cities. So we have schools in three different big cities in Korea. Good. Yes. Gogonion has like a much more listed like a six or seven, something like that. But we also, will expand the schools as well. Cool. Each city is different, so you can do some research, and then also we can give you some information. Seoul being the capital city has everything in it, and then Busan is second largest city in Korea, and then the ocean is nearby, so you can just like having fun. And Daegu is being kind of big city but small compared to Seoul and Busan, so you can be expose yourself more to Korean kind of society. So each city is different, and the price as well. So good question. How do you choose schools to work with? How we choose the school? First of all, there are some certain criteria when we uh, select the schools. And then, of course, the most important thing would be, the CS, customer service, and also the education quality. So the two things are main things. And if they are meet our criteria, then we want to work with them. And of course, there are a lot of schools in Korea, but we only have like a couple of schools. But as time goes by, we will will increase more schools, So, but it takes time. So, but if there's new schools, we will let you know. Personally, I would love to add like at least one or two schools more in 2022, because like I said, we have helped a lot of people, and they are asking another schools as well. So we will try to our best to work with the new schools in 2022, and hopefully in not just only Seoul but also in other cities. Uh, Another question from the YouTube. I already visited South Korea 3 times. That's good. Now I want to study in Korea. Please tell me the process. First, the process would be contact us. Based on because like I said, there are many schools in we partnered, and also based on your budget, based on your time being, it's kind. We will answer you guys like this school would be best, or this kind is the best. Okay, so I want you to contact us, Mr. Sign, if I hope I pronounce it correctly. Another question from the passion shop. 안녕하세요. In trying to coordinate applying for the language class, that's good, and the student visa, what is the approximately time frame for each of them? Very good questions. Like how long from applying to the school before you hear yes and no, or no, and how long does the visa usually take once you've submit your application and relevant documents? Very good questions with everything. First of all, like I said, I want you to contact us so that we can answer you with like a more detailed. But let me give you like for the time frame. Let me give you like a small summarized information. So, like I said, Korea has like Korean university, Korean course has 4 terms: March, June, September, and December. This is like when they start their classes. Okay, March, June, September, December. Each school is different a little bit, but normally they start their course early of the month. So March 1st, March 7th, or March 12th something, 12th something. So in order to start, let's say this March or this June, let's say this June, then you should prepare everything and submit everything by the March or April. So before this time, there is a counseling time. But for starting for June, you need to let us know and give us the documents, everything by the March or March or April, and then we check and send the documents to the school. School check. It's gonna take about a week or 2 weeks, and they say yes, and they will give you invoice. You got the invoice, pay for it, and school confirm the payment, and then they issue the visa letter. For the process from March, April, until you get the visa letter, it's gonna be average. If everything is okay at the fastest, it's gonna be take about 2 weeks. If there's some problem or take some time for the transferring the money, etc., then it's gonna be 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then school will give you the visa letter, right, in about 2 weeks or 4 weeks. So you will get it normally, the end of the April or in the middle of the May, and then with the visa letter you submit to the Korean embassy or consulate in your country, and then you apply for visa. And then from the time being, we have no idea how long does it takes, but normally it's gonna take at the fastest 1 week or sometimes up to 4 weeks. So that's why we always want you guys to contact us as soon as possible. And you get the visa letter and flight ticket, buy a flight ticket, and do some research for the accommodation, as well as a quarantine room if there's rules still remain. Then you will be able to come or start June term. So this is very brief timeline for the applying everything. So applying, getting a invoice, paying for invoice, getting a visa letter, and then apply for visa and finding the accommodation, etc. A quarantine room, and then flight to Korea. All right. I might be a little bit fast, but this is like small brief summarization. So if you guys want to know more, please let us know. One by one, we are going to like consult with you guys based on your needs. Or once again, based on you want to go to which the school, you know. Okay, so that's why I always like recommend you guys like at least contact us 6 months ahead. It doesn't mean that you cannot start. If you have only 1 month or 2 weeks or something like that. No, but to be like relaxed, not get stressful. I need to get this, in time or tomorrow. So that's why I always want you to like contact us at least 6 months ahead. But still, you are accepting even March applications, which we have like 2 or 3 weeks left. That's totally fine. You know, if you have will, there is always way. All right. Okay. Let me go back to the questions from the YouTube. When will application open for September 2022? So for September, it's gonna be June and July, I would say. So, but like I said, our counseling is free. You don't have to you don't have to pay us for the counseling. So for September 2022, this today is right time. The best time to contact us. Do you help with visa? Yes. Like I said, of course, the applying visa is by yourself with your hands. You need to visit or you need to apply for it like online these days. But we are going to tell you or give you the documents you need to prepare, and also uh, the documents you need to prepare, and we will give you the visa letter from the school, not from us. Okay. But once again, I always want you to double check with your embassy in your country, because we tell this, but sometimes they change their rule without notice. So we will give you what we know, or try to give you what the most updated information. But still, your visa is yours. What I mean is that you have your own responsibility to apply for visa and get a visa. You know. So that's why you need to always double check with the embassy in your country. But yes, we are going to give you all the information for applying visa. What can we do after the course? It's totally depends on your plan. But the most important thing is the status. The Korean school will give you like D41 visa. After the course ending, after that, you need to based on your plan, you need to extend your visa, and also uh, you may stay with another visa. You may extend it if you like the Korean course up to 2 years, or you may leave Korea. So it's totally up to your plan. All right. How long are the courses? Very good questions. So, like I said, each term, March, June, September, December, each term we call it 3 months. So 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. Technically, it's like 10 weeks each course, but simply, we call it 3 months each of them. 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. All right. So 3 months is level one, level two, level three, level four. If everything is okay. I not apply vaccine for health reason. I'm I not entering in Korea migration deported from the Uruguay, and only PCR negative test, not apply vaccine. I'm guessing you are asking for the vaccine things. So you can come without vaccine. But as I said, like last live streaming, I really strongly recommend you guys to get a vaccine. Of course, if you have like health problem, you know, then you cannot get a vaccine, But the thing is the situation in Korea, if you don't get vaccine there, but if then the life in Korea is going to be very limited in a way, because there are some regulation. You need to provide the vaccine information to enter some places, etc., etc. So I would recommend you guys to get a vaccine to enjoy your life in Korea. If not, coming in Korea right now is not gonna be a dozen good for you. There are many regulation for the vaccine and COVID due to the COVID. Okay, so that's why. So it's totally up to you. But if you want to enjoy your life in Korea, then getting a vaccine is much helpful, much more helpful. For the online schooling, do lessons get released weekly, or are they released all at once? If you are asking our online course, which we made with Hanyang University, all courses are there. Okay, so you can just like start whenever you want and stop and come back and etc. for 6 months. Okay, our online course is not like forever. So once you registered, you will be able to enjoy all the courses for 6 months. Good. And yes, I guess there are more questions. So let me go fast. And then there are also another question from the YouTube. Let me see. Korean embassy giving only student visa to India due to COVID. Okay, but sir, you say India is not part of it? No, what I'm saying is that we cannot still help you, a student from India yet. Korean embassy, I have no idea in India. So in terms of the information, like I said, we are going to give you the visa or other information. But when it comes to visa, the Korean embassy in your country is responsibility. Is responsible. So you need to contact them and apply for it. I'm from England, so I'm from England. So instead of high school, we have a GCSES and A level. So do I just need to certification of that? I would say you can use both of them in order to apply for university. But like I said, uh, when it comes to Korean language course, there are two main requirements. First would be being over 18 years old and having a high school or more certificate. So when it comes to England, I believe both of them are working. So let us know, if the education is equal to the high school degree, then you will be able to use the certificate. Let us know. We will help you in person. Once you get a visa, is there a time frame that you have to enter the country? Yes, yes. Like, okay. So when you get the visa letter, you should use the visa letter issued, I believe, 3 months. In 3 months, when you receive the visa letter, they are saying from when to when you will be able to enter with the visa. But I remember, I believe, like each person might be different, but average, I would say 3 months. If you do the 18 months course, can you get a 2 years visa, or do you have to leave the country as soon as you complete the course? So first of all, when you apply D41 visa, you will be able. Let me rephrase it. The D41 visa can issue only the 6 months at once. So let's say, for example, you can apply for the school 1 year or even 2 years, but uh, first visa, or even later, would be you will get the 6 months visa, and then you can extend it in Korea without leaving the country. So let's say, as you said, you registered 18 months, which is 6 terms, 18 months. Then at first you will get the 6 months visa, and then the other, like 1 year, 12 month, you will be able to extend it. Of course, you need to study and attend the school well. Then you will be able to extend it up to the 18 months. Or like I said, D41 visa is up to 2 years. So if you over 2 years, you need to leave the country and or change the visa to another things. Very good questions. No problem. Do you ever reject anyone? Like I said, there are some countries that we cannot support. That's the, I would say, kind of rejection. But other than then, if you don't really have like an illegal like information, illegal record in Korea, then I don't think we ever rejected anyone. Are you guys able to help us to apply for undergraduate courses in university too? No. Currently, we only help you guys have apply for the Korean language course. But if you really want to kind of go to undergraduate, we do also have like similar program, but like a exchange program, similar but a little bit different. We call it digital program. So I want you to check that out. So if the visual visa, sorry, digital program is the one that you are looking for, then you can apply for it. Okay, I need to go fast, I think. I would like to go in 2024 to study in Korea, and am I right that the application has to be 6 months or 6 months before going? Mm. So if you are thinking about 2024, I think it's a little bit early to approach us because if now it's early 2022 and 2024 is a little bit of gap. So my recommendation is that I want you to contact us at least 6 months or 1 year ahead. So for example, if you want to come 2022, sorry, 2024 March, then I want you to contact us like kind of like March 2023 or September 2023. Good? Because nobody knows what will happen in between. So it's going to be a little bit early for 2022. If you are a long-term stay, can you quarantine at your accommodation? Yes. So when it comes to quarantine, there are two things. So long-term stay, which means staying over 90 days. Staying over 90 days, you should have a visa. So that's considered the long-term stay. Short-term stay, staying less than 90 days with the K-ETA or visitor visa. So there are two different things. So as you said, the long-term visa, then you should find your accommodation by your own, or we can help you guys. Or if you are staying less than 90 days, which we consider short-term, there is no option but staying in the government facility. Okay, so when it comes to long-term stay, you should find your own accommodation. And we can help you guys there. For quarantine, are there other options rather than the government quarantine facility? Yes, like I just said, very good. Uh, Long-term stay, you should find your own accommodation. There are companies that we are working for, as well as if you don't like the companies, then you can find the Airbnb by yourself. So when you search for Airbnb, they are saying that quarantine okay, quarantine possible. Okay, so you will find your own accommodation as well. Very good. Do you help with the transition from school to working in Korea? No, not for now. We are focused on the helping you guys, studying in Korea, mostly studying Korean. Let's see. I'm at work at the moment. Am I able to ask a question via DM? I wouldn't recommend ask us questions through direct message. Then I would recommend you guys, as always, send us email, at info@gogohanguk.com or using our contact form. That's the best way. Good. Sorry. Okay. I answered it. Okay, okay. This is answered already. I'm Italian. There's online course too, or I have to be in Korea. It's totally up to you. We speak four different languages. English, Italian, and Spanish, and French. So when it comes to Italian support, we can support you in Italian. That's the first thing. If you want to come to Korea. Second thing would be, yes, we do also have like online course in Italian version. We made with Hanyang University in English, and then we also made it Italian version. Good. Like I said, if you see our link in bio, there are four different things. I believe on the bottom would be the link to the Italian version of our online course. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. About the budget, the most frequently asked questions. So first of all, about the price in Korea, tuition, and other things, I want you to find our video on YouTube, which I did last year or 2 years ago because it's 2022. So for in that YouTube channel, there are a lot of information detailed. So that's the first recommendation of me. And second thing would be, there are a couple of things you need to consider. First of all, when it comes to budget or price, tuition, accommodation, and uh, food or those small things, food, transportation, small things, flight ticket. So these two are most like, oh, these three are most likely based on your spending habit. But when it comes to tuition, let me give you one example. For example, if you want to go to schools in Seoul, then you will be asked for one term, 1,500 USD, 1,500. Okay, one term, 3 months studying. And when it comes to accommodation, I would say at least you need to consider 500 USD per month. And that the other things is based on your spending habit. So staying in 3 months, studying and accommodation, you will need at least 3,000 US dollar. Of course, if you want to more fancy house, then the price will go up. And also, if you want to, let's say, go to schools in Busan or Daegu, the price of the tuition will go down. So based on your plan, the budgeting is also slightly different. Good. If I'm on a E2 visa, can I take classes if they are lined up with my work schedule, or do I have to be on the D4 visa in order to take a classes? That's very good question. If you are under the E2 visa, then you will be able to study without changing the visa. But of course, the Korean course has sometimes each school is a little bit different. Uh, there are some schools has like a AM class or PM class or both. Some schools has like a classes start from 10 a.m. to finish 2 p.m. So it's different. And also, we do also have like a private school called Lexis Korea. Lexis Korea also have like evening class, weekend class, or online class as well. And we do also have online classes. So I want you to give us more information so that based on that we can help you. Good. How old is too old to join the program? First of all, there are minimum age, which is over 18 years old. But normally, a school doesn't really have the maximum age. That's the first thing. Of course, some school want to have a certain age group, but most likely they don't have that criteria. So for that, and we also have like many people like over 40, over 50. There's no problem. Uh, so I want you to ask us, the plan of yours and also the age yours. Okay. If another question from the YouTube, even if okay, do you only pay tuition for one term at a time? No, based on your plan. So as I said, if you, let's say for example, if you want to study even 18 months or 6 months or 1 year, the tuition you need to pay at once. But the visa, the 3 months is like example for giving you price or budgeting or yeah. So if it's based on your like applications or your registration, if you want to apply for 6 months or 1 year, then you need to pay the tuition at once. Okay, but once again, the visa will issue at once only the 6 months. But after that, you can extend it very easily, as long as you have good score, and good attendance. Nicolay, if I come to Korea and learning Korean, can I start some work to cover some of the expenses as accommodation and food, or what is the option? Sorry, I haven't researched that yet. No problem at all. Also the most frequently asked question. So when it comes to work under the D4 visa, student visa, is there are a couple of criteria. So first 6 months you cannot work, but after the first 6 months you can work up to 10 or 20 hours, or sometimes 25 hours per week. But in order to do that, there are certain criteria. For each school is different, but normally you need to have like good scores. You need to be good. You need to have like good attendance rate, and based on your topic scores, you will be able to work a little bit more or less. So it's gonna be based on your skills or your what you have done in schools in the class basically. But one main rule would be first 6 months with the student visa under the 41 visa, you cannot work, but after that you can work. Good, good, good. Oh, thank you guys for all your help. You are really patient and support us a lot. See you in March. Greetings to coordinator Laura. I will pass this message to Laura. Very good. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I tried to do screenshot. Good, very good. Thank you so much. And then, like I said, we are going to do our best to support you guys. Okay. From the Jelly Bean Bond, do I need to have full payment paid by the time school start? Are there payment plan or scholarship? There are, first of all, yes, very good question. You need to pay at once, that's for sure, and there is no scholarship. Simple question. I contacted Gogo Hanguk 2 times already, but I lost the email. I think I deleted them by accident. Oh, can I contact you again for the online page? I feel bad that I keep losing your emails. No problem, ever. Let us know. Once again, our counseling with us is free. Okay, so let us know. We will try to answer you as soon as possible. In the meantime, like I said, uh, uh, just make sure our mail is not your spam box. There are some couple of cases or many cases that our email is ended up like staying in spam box for over like a week or so that they contact us, but they're like missing again. So I always like recommend you double check your spam box. Okay. I answered the questions already. I will arrive a few days late because of the visa. What will happen to the classes? So for that sense, due to the COVID, there are still quarantine, and sometimes the visa takes more time because of the COVID. So in that sense, not every school, but some schools do also offer the online course during the quarantine or starting late due to the visa, etc. So I want you to, if you already contacted us, I want you to ask us what will happen. But in general, most of the school will offer you the online course during the quarantine or being late because of the visa. Okay, but not every school. Okay. Another question. Even if I have done A level and GCSE but failed one subject, can I still apply? I will say yes. I will say yes. But once again, let us know. I need to double check with the school. Reworking, does that including working? Regarding working, does that include working online, like not a job in Korea? Then no. So let's say, for example, uh, if you like, if you like your freelancing job with you, and then you don't get paid from Korea, then I don't think it's gonna be considered part-time in Korea. When it comes to part-time in Korea, what I'm saying is that you need to go someplace in Korea, get paid from the Korean company or like a foreign company in Korea. Then I would say that's the part-time job. But let's say you are YouTuber, let's say, then it's not considered part-time job in Korea. So that's, I guess, okay. Good. Once again, this is Eddy from Google Hanguk. I'm doing live streaming, Q&A, and I update you about the January 2022, which is we are still accepting the March applications or June and later. And also, COVID still there are 10 days quarantine. And the price of the tuition went up a little bit. Not every school, but some schools in 2022 or 2022 September term. So which we already updated on our website. So please have a look. And thank you for asking us. Okay, good. No problem. I'm doing my best to answer you guys. What's the type of vaccine is recommended in Korea? Of course, there are some lists that our government would accept it, which is very hard to remember. But the main vaccines like Pfizer, uh, AstraZeneca. What's the vaccine from the other one? But I would say like the main things considered like vaccine in Korea. Okay. Sorry, I cannot give you the exact answer. I was told that Gogo Hanguk can help me because I'm living in Guatemala and they haven't had cases here for me to go study there. Yeah, sorry about it. Once again, there are some countries that we cannot support yet, but in that case, you can contact the school directly. But once again, we try to do our best to expand our service to other countries that we cannot support right now. Okay, sorry about it. How can I start to study online for the beginner? Maybe they cannot help me because the restriction. So first of all, we do also have like online course from the Hanyang University, so check that out. And also, if you, uh, I guess it's the same person from the Guatemala. It's gonna be not easy then. There's still like some country, some schools has like online course support providing. So I want you to still contact us the school directly. Hello. I'm very excited for coming with the Gogo Hango. Thank you so much. I hope we help you well enough. Approximately, how much would you need per month for accommodation and some expenses as food and etc.? Very good questions. So for a month, accommodation, I would say minimum or average 500 US dollar. But once again, like I said, if you're looking for the fancy accommodation, the price will go up. And also each city might be a little bit different. So based on your city you want to go, it's slightly different. About the food, I would say, and etc. I would say you may need spend a month, a month, 200 US dollar, 300 US dollar. Still, it's gonna be depending on the your spending habit. So, including everything, accommodation, food, and etc., except the tuition per month, I would say minimum 700, 800, or up to 1,000 or over. Okay. Hi, are there universities accepting people to learn Korea without high school diploma? Uh, among our schools, only one school, Lexis Korea, is private school. But when it comes to private school, they cannot issue the visa, so you can study up to 90 days with the short-term visa. But when it comes to staying over 90 days with the student visa, you need to register only the university courses in the university, and then you need to have like high school diploma or above. What is the estimate cost range for year of Korean lessons? Good questions. So for an year, I give you like 3 months example. For an year, 3 months is gonna be 1,500 USD average. Then you need to multiply 4 times. So only for the school, you need to pay 6,000 USD US dollar for only for the Korean lessons. Good. But once again, this is very simple information, or like so each person would be different. So I want you to contact us based on your school length and etc. We will give you more information. Very good. Hi, just wanted to know if the Korean courses will be in English. Oh, in English, I've heard that it will be in Korean, and my Korean isn't very good. So what should I do for it? So first of all, the Korean course in Korea, every school will be in Korean. So the Korean teacher will teach you in Korean, even from the like level 1. Okay, that's the basically what it is. So if you, I mean, like there are pros cons, but at the end of the day, it will help you to study or learn better, fast. It's like the same as what I did, like when I went to Canada to learn or study English. The native English teacher will taught me in English. So it's like a same, like a theory. Okay, so even from the level 1, you will be taught in Korean. So that's why there are many people starting from the scratch. In the meantime, I always recommend you guys, like when you decide to come to Korea next March, next to June, do some like study by yourself. So it will help you for your surviving in Korea. Okay, but that's not mandatory. The classes will start from the very basic. Okay, thank you so much for your all help. No problem. I'm happy to help you guys. If I apply to a Korean visa and they say yes, but the flight has to escalate in Mexico, do I need to Mexican visa? Visa? But the flight has to escalate in Mexico. Mexico visa. So I'm not really follow up your questions. So if you already got the Korean visa, and then sorry, I don't really understand your question. Sorry about it. The process of visa. I already kind of like give you answer, but very briefly. Contact us, always the best one. Contact us. Choose the school term you want to start. And then provide all the documents of what school asks for. We check documents and send it to the school if everything is okay. School check once again and giving us invoice. You pay the invoice. School got the money. School issue the visa letter. You got the visa letter. You apply for the visa in your country to Korean embassy or consulate. You got the visa, fly to Korea. Only 15 kind of small step. All right, very simplified. Hello, hope all is well. No problem. Same to you. If there's anyone who is also starting the language course at Dongguk University in March, feel free to text me. That's good. Yes, there are a lot of new people starting Dongguk in March. Uh, and also, we are going to do online orientation. So you will be able to meet more people with our online orientation. Good. Okay. Thank you so much. No problem. How can we register our vaccine card at our local group? What do we need to bring? So first of all, for the information, when you come to our website, recently we give you we wrote like blog articles about the information about the like vaccine pass. We call it vaccine pass. So I want you to like check that out, uh, and then there are all the information. So you need to provide the vaccine shots you took in your country, like it's kind of letter, and then you need to you need to provide the letter as well as your passport or your residence card, also known as area registration card. So you need to prepare the two things, and then provided you will be able to get the letter saying that you got the vaccine pass. Good. That's good. That's good. Very good. On occupation from the Britannia. Are students under national health care or do we need to buy on the open market? So first of all, when it comes to health national Korean national health care, you will be asked to, of course, for our student, the D41 long-term visa student, you'll be asked to pay and registered after the first 6 months. So first 6 months, you don't really ask to be in to be to be under the national health care. But after the 6 months, it's mandatory when you have like a long-term visa, long-term stay. So the first 6 months is totally up to you to get the insurance by your own. And we also do have like insurance help or school as well. So the first 6 months you should normally provide because school asks for it, normally 100%, I would say. So you need to get your own healthcare insurance by yourself or from school or from us. But the other 6 months or later, the first 6 months, you will be asked, have to, kind of have to. You need to be pay for it, and of course get advantage of it. Which is quite reasonable price, I would say, not that expensive. You will be asked for these days like 6만 원, which is like $50 per month, which is not cheap but not that crazy. But when you get sick, you will be take all the advantage of it with this, which is the same as like Korean national. So that's the information. But of course, when you come to Korea, then it might be a little bit different. So let us know. But for now, first 6 months on your own insurance, but following later, you need to pay for it and get the advantage of it. All right. Another question from the passion shop is this is more the visa questions. Visa question. I understand it will get 6 months at a time. That's correct. But can you leave the country and then return, like on a break between the terms, or once you are in, do you have to stay till the end of the program? That's if let's say for example, if you have like 6 months visa and you wanna go like in between terms, you wanna visit your home country, that's totally fine. But you need to report it so that you kind of get the approval when you leave, and then when you come back, you will be able to use the same visa letter. But of course, each person the visa type based on your visa type can be different. But under the default visa, I would say for now, if you want to visit your country in between the terms, you need to get approval and go and come back. That's fine. Good. And from looking at the calendar, it looks like there are 2.5 week break between the terms. Is that correct? Yes. Depending on school, it could be 1 week or sometimes it could be 2 weeks. You are totally right about the time. Okay. Again, this is Eddy from Google Hanguk. It's already 9 a.m. Let me check if I answered everything. Okay, good, good. Okay. There are some questions that I cannot answer really. Did I understand right that after the reaching level 4 at Donggong University, you can start studying there without taking the topic exam? Uh, I'm not really following the question. You can study there without taking the topic exam. I mean, when it comes to maybe undergraduate, I'm not really sure about it. You can start studying there without taking a topic exam. I would say, let's say let me summarize it. So studying Donggong University and reach the level 4, and then try to get into the Donggong University undergraduate or higher, then you will be exempt providing topic exam. That would be yes and no question, because based on the major, you will be still needed or not. We don't really help that process, but that's like a common thing in Korea. So based on your major, I want you to maybe double check it. Uh, that would be my answer. Yeah. And every school might be pretty similar. Okay, okay, okay. Let me try. I have a model question. What visa do I need to apply for to stay for 2 years? And how can I stay there permanently after the visa has ended? What visa do I need to apply for to stay? So for Korean language course, we issue the D41 visa. And then after that, once again, that's gonna be totally up to you. If you want to work, you need to apply for working visa, which I'm afraid we cannot help. And the other visa, there are tons of like visas. So what I can answer you would be, for under the default one visa, Korean language course visa, you will be able to stay up to 2 years. Thank you. Okay, this I answered. When will be the online orientation? A few days before the course start? No, not really. Uh, Maybe yes and no, because we have like a March term starting. Everyone, like every schools. So we are going to let you know, Julia. By the school coordinator will let you know. But it's normally a week after the course starting or a week ahead the course starting, because each school, the term starting is different. I'll be at Dongguk in June. We can create a Discord. Oh yes. So every month there are quite a lot of people are interested in Dongguk University, which is fine. I mean, we have like very good feedback about the Dongguk University. Hi, sir. Is D4 visa can do self-quarantine or we need to go on a government facility? So, very good question. I already answered it a little bit. So, D4 visa considered the long-term visa, staying over 90 days in Korea. So, in that sense, you cannot go to government facility, but you need to find your own accommodation. We can also help you, and also you can also find it from the Airbnb easily. I sent a question. Thank you for your help. No problem. I'm happy to answer you. Okay, I answered everything. Everything. Very good. Maybe I missed some of them. Oh, very good question. Do you have to have 10,000 USD in your bank account for at least 6 months to apply for the visa? I mean, yes. So what one of the like I said, in order to apply visa, you need to provide the documents to the school. One of the documents is the bank balance having over 10,000 USD. Every school is same, and then that's the rule is came from our government in order to have like studying over 6 months, basically getting a visa. So yes, you need to have it. It doesn't. Yeah, you need to have it, and then you need to provide it to the school, basically to us. Very good questions. Uh, Another question from the Mecca. Do you recommend going to top Korean university for foreigners just for Korean language, or any school can do? So that's more likely, it's your choice, because top university doesn't mean that they have like good Korean skill, Korean schools, a Korean program. So you need to research, kind of research a lot, or you can also ask us, and also uh, it's also based on the location as well. You don't have to go to Seoul, and if you want to go to another cities, there are another schools, right? Each city is different, and the tuition of the school is different. So I want you to more likely do research, where you want to study, which school would be good for you. Or, let's say, for example, many people say this school is good for, many school is good. But when you come to the school, it might be not really your school, you know what I mean? So that's why it's very hard, kind of hard question. But in the meantime, I always say, you need to be very active in the classroom and after classroom in order to improve your Korean skills. Okay. I mean, in terms, if we want to live and work in Korea, will it make us more wanted by Korean companies? I mean, that would be yes and no question, because Korean program is to improve your Korean skills. Improving your Korean skill, it doesn't really matter uh, to get a job in Korea company. But when it comes to major, like university course, then it might be affect getting a good job in Korea. It's more likely very very hard question, but it's more like combination. Let's say, for example, if you go to the very nice school in Korea or another school, another city, but you cannot speak Korean, it doesn't mean nothing, right? If you go to, let's say, okay school, but you can speak Korean very well, that's the differences. Okay, that would be my answer about your question. So having the title, it doesn't mean that it will help you for sure. You need to have like good skills based on your like a record or like your career, and then based on your background, you will be able to have like good job or okay job or not really good job in Korea. It's like an all combination. Good. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, let me answer this at last, and then I need to go back my normal work. Does the school help you look for part-time work? Normally, I don't think so. There might be some information on the bulletin board or like their website, but might not. They are not really actively help you to find work, part-time work. So you need to be very active when it comes to working, finding working, or else. Okay, very good question from SARS Somnia. Thank you for your understanding, Mecca. Sorry for not giving you like a answer. Yeah, there are certain parts that in the like gray area. Okay, good. All right, I covered all the questions. Very good. Once again, this is Eddy from Korea. Go Hanguk. Once again I do like a monthly live streaming in YouTube and Instagram. Normally at the last week Thursday morning, and I also do live streaming in the middle of the month in our TikTok account. So if you think this is good information, please join it, and you can ask me directly. I will try to do my best to answer you. In the meantime, I'm gonna save this video in our Instagram and YouTube, so you can check it out even later. Good. All right. I hope you guys the first month January. I hope you guys having a great January, and try to solve the resolution one by one, or make another resolution, uh, and then have a great day and be safe. Be safe always. Be safe for yourself. Be safe for your family members, and hope you guys see you soon in Korea. Good, good. Okay. Thank you so much. 감사합니다. It's already 9:14. I always over the 1 hour. Oh my God. But I do enjoy this. And also, sometimes I also made mistake. I also make mistakes. So let us know, info@gogohanguk.com, or using our contact form. Our coordinator is great. They will help you, perfectly with more better than me. More information with more informations, much more informations. Okay. Thank you so much, and bye bye. Have a great day or night. Good night or day. Bye bye. Let me close it. See you next month. Goodbye, YouTube.